Hey, what's up everybody? A1c Guy back here with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about what I believe is the best lancing system in the world. For those of you who are new here to the channel, welcome, and for those of you coming back, welcome back. Today, again, I'm going to be talking about the lancing device. So for anybody who checks their blood sugar, whether it's for diabetes purposes or not, you're going to have your blood meter, right? And then you're going to have your test strips, and you're going to have your lancing device with which you use to poke your finger, get the drop of blood into the machine, and get your blood glucose reading. Rewinding back in my history of being diabetic, I was 12 years old. It was 1992. Back then, they literally had us doing our finger sticks manually. So no lancing devices back then. I just wanted to kind of show you to build an appreciation for how lucky we are to have lancing devices. Yeah, I'm gonna check my blood sugar right now using the worst lancing device in the world, which is my hand. So let me pick a spot. Oh boy. I have no way of, I haven't done this manually in like decades, guys, decades. So here we go. Okay, there, I got a drop of blood out of it. That's good. Now, oh. My blood sugar is 132, not too shabby. So yeah, you imagine that? I mean, I have the mental fortitude to do that now, but if you're like newly diagnosed with diabetes and you had to do that manually, you imagine failing. I mean, you've already like hit your finger and no blood comes out. You've just experienced the pain, but it's not effective, right? Thank goodness they started coming out with lancing devices that make this thing as easy as a pull and a click. As you can see, I have several lancing devices here that I've collected over the years. And when I want to use a lancing device, I want to make sure it's EC. And I don't mean easy, I mean EC, like effective and comfortable, EC, right? I'm just gonna go over kind of the different features here real quick so that I could set you up for what the perfect lancing device is, which I have right here. I'm not showing it to you just yet. But yeah, let's go with the system that's most traditional, which is a system where you have to charge the lancing device by pulling on something, and then the mechanism that actually fires the lancet is a second button. So remember how before I was doing it manually, kind of like I'm throwing a dart? I'd had to aim, I had to fire, and I had to throw it a certain way. And that's just hard to do consistently with your own hand. These things make it more consistent for you with settings. So these settings usually have a number that indicates the intensity or kind of how deep the lancet is going to go into your skin to get the blood out. So the lancet I was using to manually check my blood sugar, I would then just load into this machine. You remove the cap to expose the needle or the lancet. Pull back to charge, set your intensity, and boom, you're done. Now, the ones that I like that are a little better than this, in my opinion, are the pens. The pens, they look very disarming. This BD one has the same pull back to charge system, right? And then there's a trigger button. Same thing happens. You can set your intensity. This one, I gotta point out, this is one of the earlier versions, but I don't like how hard it is to change the comfort setting. It's really, first of all, it feels like kind of cheap plastic. And then just the turning mechanism to change the intensity, while it is secure once it's there, is very hard and cumbersome to change. So if I wanted to go to 3, you notice how much effort I had to put into just spinning this thing. That's kind of the next evolution of lancing devices that came along. But they wanted to take it even further by making these things actually not just look like a pen, but almost, let me give you an example. This is a regular writing pen. They looked at this and said, that's pretty simple. Whenever you want to use it, you just click the back button and there you go. So why not get rid of the pull back and charge with the trigger and just make it all one action, like literally one click. This one's kind of cool because it's see-through at the front. You can actually, so I don't know if that's a step forward or a step back of you actually seeing the lancet go forward into your skin, but at least we can illustrate to you the one click for everything motion here. So yeah, it's lancet's loaded, right? No need to pull back and charge. This thing does it for you. This one, it feels a little inconsistent, so once I press it, it just, see, sometimes it doesn't fully reset. So the cheap plastic inside and whatever mechanism they have, not as good and reliable as I would want it to be sometimes. Doesn't spike confidence, but the idea is there. All of these require a lancet, right? What I was talking about. You saw me load these things with lancets, and these lancets over time, after you use them, once you use them, you have to kind of protect yourself and not use them again. You can imagine that these pile up over time. This is going to add up. In fact, what is it? If you check your blood sugar 4 to 6 times a day, let's just say on the low end 4 times a day, that's 28 times a week.
28 times 52 is 1,456.
So if you're going to jab yourself that much, your lancing device should be EC, right? The next evolution to this was to do away with these lancets. This new thing is to have a drum instead of lancets. And what I mean by drum is this little cool thing. So instead of having to use lancets all the time, these new ones by Accu-Chek, it's a drum that has 6 lancets inside of it. It's so small, and it has 6 lancets in it. 6 lancets creating all this waste versus one drum that could replace all of that. You just load the drum into the front here, right? But you close it, set your intensity, and then you charge up and you trigger. But this one again is still that charge. You have to press something to charge it up, and you have to press another button to actually fire it off. Which brings me to what I believe is the best lancing device in the world. This is the Accu-Chek Fast Clicks. This has been out for a couple of years, but to this day I have not moved to a different lancing device aside from this one. This thing is awesome. Feels great. It is plastic, but it's like a solid professional, I don't know, industry grade plastic. So let's start with the ease of loading, right? I brought up the drum earlier. You just take the top off here. I'm gonna take out this old drum just to show you how easy it is. This is an old drum that I used, and this old drum, I'll just kind of show it to you real quick. And this is a new drum. So right away, new drum, short. Used drum, long. Meaning it's already used all of the, what's it called, the lancets that are inside of it. So then when you have a new drum that has 6 new brand new lancets in it, it is the short version. So you know you're good to go. And look how easy this thing is to load in. I don't have to push this in. You saw me putting effort earlier to put the lancets in these older devices. That's literally just slide in and click. You hear the click, you're ready to go. Then you put the cap back on. Getting back to that comfort, there are the number settings on here for you to pick which level of comfort in terms of the poke that you want. This one has a clear big number to tell you what lancet you're on. Let's say I check my blood sugar. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just poke my finger again to illustrate. So I have it on my setting, which is 4. That's my preferable setting. I click, barely felt that. And I effectively get that blood droplet out of there. Don't even feel it, level 4. And then when you're done with that lancet number 6, you can go to lancet number 5 because it counts down with the ease of this switch. And that switch goes down like this. That's it. And now I'm on lancet number 5, and then I reset. Easy to learn. So effective and comfortable. Accu-Chek Fast Clicks. I'm not sponsored at all by Accu-Chek or any of these other companies. I just wanted to have this laid out here to show you that, you know, I'm probably going to hold on to this lancing device for a very long time. You can buy it off of AccuCheck's website. The links are in the description below. Tell me what you use. Have you found one that's better than this one based on what I've reviewed? Is there one that you've stuck with, and why do you stick with it? I want to hear it. Please throw that in the comments below, because I'm interested in what everyone's doing to keep their blood sugars in check. At the time of filming this, we're still under quarantine, still under kind of like a self-lockdown at home, and so it's given me time to really think about and produce these videos that I'm making for this channel. So rest assured, I'm going to be coming out with more. So if you haven't, please click that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. If you have, thank you so much. If you like the video, go ahead and like it, and share this video with anybody you think it would help out. I love to share knowledge, and I love to connect with you guys. Until the next video, I will A1 see you later. Bye.